So guys, Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria have come out with plans to, will I use the word frustrate or prevent Nigerian nurses from going wherever they want to go and practice, because this is the way I see this their post. So they gave this update, I think on the 8th of February on Twitter, on their Twitter page. The annoying part is that this post is not even clear. The memo is not clear for you to even read properly. So, but I'm going to try to share it on the screen as well. And then I will also read out whatever that is in it with my phone, and we'll take them one after the other and know what this means for nurses who are trained and qualified in Nigeria when it comes to their JAPA process. So if you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Chidima. I'm also a registered nurse. I live in the United Kingdom. I make videos about nursing, vlogs, lifestyle. Generally, basically, I share all news happening in the United Kingdom as it affects me and affects you as an immigrant. So consider subscribing to the channel. So this morning, I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. When I saw this post yesterday, I was like, what the hell is this? It's like these days, governments of different nations no longer come straight to the point, okay? Because it's not right. It's against human rights to restrict people from moving from where they want to go to. But they will usually now come indirectly and put out policies that are unrealistic to restrict the movement of human beings. So let's not talk too much. Guys, I'm just boiling this morning. Let's take whatever it is. So I have it on my phone here. I don't know if I put it on the screen, if you can see it, but you can go to Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria Twitter account and you will see the original post there. So it says revised guidelines for verification of certificates with Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. So basically, before you leave Nigeria as a nurse to other countries, your council that registered you in Nigeria, which is NMC, will have to tell the other council of the country where you're going to that, yes, we know her. She's a registered nurse. She's qualified. She's practicing in Nigeria as a nurse. So they basically now have brought out their own rules before they will do that for you if you're planning to travel. So let's look at the first thing they have written there is applicants are to visit www blah 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 NMC and fill in an application. Fine, that is good. Now let's go to the second one. So the second thing they wrote here is a non-refundable fee per application shall be paid for verification to foreign boards of nursing as specified on the portal. This shall cover the cost of courier services. That one is fine now. We have been, even me, when I left for the UK, I paid for verification, right? That is not the cocoa. Let's listen to the third point that these guys, they started on a lighter note. Let's get to the third point. Eligible applicants must have minimum of 2 years post-qualification experience from the date of issuance of permanent practicing license. Any application with provisional license shall be rejected outrightly. Why? Why would they reject application with provisional license? I mean, the license number is not changing. It is the same council that issued the provisional license. So if you're a nurse in Nigeria, you know that once you graduate from your school, you're given this plastic license, which is a temporary one, pending when the original one that is green in color comes out. So how is it okay that you can practice with the plastic one, the temporary license document, but you can't use it to do verification? Does that even make sense? It doesn't. Now, why would somebody after graduating have to spend 2 years of practice before you can verify them? Why? People should have the right to go elsewhere and start up their nursing practice. Of course, if you have not practiced for up to 2 years and you're applying for roles, like in the UK, if you're applying for roles and you're applying for things like Band 5 and all of that, They will put into consideration, any country you're going to, they put into consideration that you lack experience, and then they're going to train you. So you're basically starting from the scratch. I know so many nurses that are in the UK, they didn't practice in Nigeria for 6 months. They didn't practice for long, and they are still here, and they've been here for 3, 4 years, 5 years, and they are doing very well. The NHS has trained them. The care home where they are have trained them. They've become pro in their job. Why should somebody be pinned down to practice for 2 years before they leave? So many nurses are in the private universities. So many are in the government. Their parents are training them. They are not benefiting from government. Government is not paying them money. Parents are literally the ones spending from their hard-earned money to train their children. And then you want to pin them down in the country for 2 good years. I mean, that doesn't make sense. That was the first one that got me upset. Let's get to the next one. It says, the council shall request a letter of good standing from the Chief Executive Officer of the applicant's places of work and the last nursing training institution attended, and the responses on this shall be addressed directly to the Registrar of Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. Please note that council shall not accept such letters through the applicant. What? So let's break this down. This implies that if I want to apply for verification and I'm working in a private setting, I'm working in a government setting, I have to go and meet the chief medical director to say, I need a letter of good standing for you. I need a letter of good standing for me to give to Nursing and Midwifery Council, and you need to issue me that. And then the CMDs, remember, they are doctors. So you are literally asking nurses to be at the mercy of doctors. We know how doctors rubbish nurses in Nigeria, which is why I am glad that I'm not practicing in Nigeria. They have no regard for any other person that is a medical personnel in the country. They rubbish them. They are literally the ones that own private hospitals. In the government hospitals, they are literally the ones that are chief medical director. So if they decide to beef me, or they hate me, or they want to sexually molest me and I don't agree, or whatever, and then I have to get that letter from them, basically I'm grounded. I can't get the letter. I cannot get the letter. Why should NMC of Nigeria ask somebody to go and get a letter of good standing from an individual directly to them? So if my MD decides to send it in the next 1 year, that's when I'll get verified. Is this making sense? Why do you need it in the first place? If somebody lacks professionalism, or the person is a threat to the public, like every other council in the world will do, your practice, your hospital, the doctors, the nurses, your colleagues should be able to refer you for investigation to NMC that you're a bad nurse. So if somebody does not come to you, write to you, to NMC to say, oh, this nurse, she's not, she's not good on the job, she can't do it, we can't keep her, you need to investigate her, she's having some malpractice in practice, then that's fine. But don't keep me at the mercy of a doctor coming to decide whether to give me letter to leave the country or not. I don't know if Nigeria Medical and Dental Council does the same thing as well. So this is appalling. I feel like all these things that they are doing is just to prevent people. Why do you want to stop people from moving? Why do you want to frustrate their life from moving? Why? Why do you want to do that? In other countries, which at least I'm in the UK, there's nothing like letter of good standing for verification, No. If you are not practicing well, they will refer you to NMC, who will deal with your case. And if you need to be struck out of the register, they will remove you and you won't practice again because you're a threat to public safety. What do you mean asking people to... Oh my God, this is insane. This is literally insane. This is just a way of telling people don't travel, because they know that they can't come out and say nurses are no longer allowed to leave the country. So they have to put something in place, and this is one of them. It's unfortunate. Now, let's look at the next one. The council shall request... Oh, no, that's not the next one, sorry. Applicants must have an active practicing license with minimum of 6 months to expire. That has always been, yes. Before you apply for verification, you need to have an active license, and it must not be less than 6 months to expiration date. That's fine. It has what that is standard. That's okay. Applicants must upload certificate of registration only. Notification of registration is not acceptable, right? So basically, what it means is that if you put your notification, they will not take it. So you need to put your original certificate. So what it means is when you graduate from school, make sure you go back to your school to go and collect your certificate. So, but you know, there's a tricky thing about this. Certificates of registration as a nurse in Nigeria do not come out. I remember going back for my own nearly after 6 months or 8 months because I kept checking, it wasn't coming. The sets behind me were the ones that were, you know, in school when I graduated. So I had to keep coming back and forth until council sent my own set. So what is all this restriction about? What is all? I mean, if somebody is planning to travel to the US, to the UK, to Canada, wherever to practice as a nurse, it's literally going to take them 6 months to 2 years to leave. So it's understandable if you do their verification with their notification, because you are still the same person holding their original license. You are still the same council who have not produced their license. So why then should they sit down and wait? At least do their verification with their notification before they complete their process of migration. Certificate is out and they will tender it. This is insane. Like, this is insane. Oh my God. Now, applicant shall receive prompt notice in his or her dashboard on the status of that one is fine. So, the implementation date of this whole buhaha is 1st of March 2024. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. What do we call this one? Is this one amusu or witch hunting or waiting? Where I've been a village people be this. This is crazy. Like, so if you have not done your verification and you're still in Nigeria and you're waiting to do verification or you're planning, because most nurses want to scale through their English test first and then be able to go for verification, so that they know that once they do verification, straight to CBT or NCLEX or whatever they are doing without delays. So if you have not done your verification, so this is the latest. The earlier you start putting things together, the better. Nigeria is my country. I know how they can be with policies. Like, with policies, I know how they can be. And trust me, I know how things work. Aka Azo must be involved in this because of the time frame of things. Aka Azo must be involved in this. And mind you, they're even saying that it might, once you tender your application, I think I saw it here, it's going to take like, let me see, it's going to take about 6 months. Did I see that? Yes, processing of verification application takes a minimum of 6 months. What the hell? So that is it. People will begin to do Akazu. If you're in Nigeria, you know what Akazu is. You'll be doing handshake now so that they can do your stuff fast for you to get out. Basically, this is what is going to be involved now. It's so disgusting. It's irritating. Like, it's irritating in this present and modern world. People are coming up with shit like this. It's irritating. Anyway, guys, this is it. I just came here to rant after seeing this and to let you guys know that if you're thinking of coming to the UK, to the US, to Canada, to wherever, Luxembourg, wherever you're going to, Australia, this is the latest for Northern Americans. So just know that there is already a witch on ground that is going to delay your process, because I know what it's like. I will see you guys in my next video. Consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed, because I'm going to be bringing you everything that you need to know about life in the UK, nursing in the UK, vlogs, my lifestyle, and what have you. Also, I offer one-on-one consultation if you have questions regarding job search in the UK, challenges with your IELTS. I'm not an IELTS tutor, but I can always share. I've shared in this channel my experience with IELTS, but I didn't go so in depth. So if you want me to kind of give you some level of coaching with IELTS, I'll basically do that for you. If you need me to do a one-on-one consultation regarding life in the UK, what's like practicing as a nurse in the UK, you want to hear the realities, you want me to spill it as it is, you know, just I'll leave the link in the comment section so that you can book the consultation, and then we'll take it from there. See you in the next video, guys.